Rhonda, talk to us about this being a factor that the Biden administration has earlier in the past said that they wanted to do more. But there's what I feel on ground is, if not an agreement, then at least a fairly common view that more could have been done. And that is now a legacy that Harris has to respond to, an argument that many feel is impacting her campaign and is a key issue in her campaign as well. Talk to us about what is it that the Indian American community feel, especially regarding Harris and her, for want of a better word, track record when it comes to immigration.
No, and thank you so much for bringing up these important issues. I do think that this election will be a referendum on whether we make a decision based just on border control and perceptions about inflation versus the traditional democratic norms, women's rights. But to your point, there was an effort and there was a bill that this administration and Vice President Harris did present to Congress. It had Republican support as well, but the Republican nominee, unfortunately, called the speaker and asked him to block it because he wanted to wait to have credit now. I think it was President Reagan was the last time we saw a major immigration reform. So, look, it's been Democrats and Republicans in the presidency that haven't been able. Mr. Biden got the closest. Unfortunately, it was vetoed by an outside party, a candidate that asked the Congress to stand down. And that's what happened. We did have a solution in place for the American people as Democrats in Congress and working with the administration. But because, you may have remembered also that there was about, several different speakers that kept getting, because I think that the candidate President Trump wanted to make sure that the speaker that was in place would be a puppet for him and that he could have him do his bidding leading up to the election. And so I do think that we came closer than since President Reagan on having the major bill. We did get the infrastructure bill passed, thank goodness. But this was blocked up for political reasons, and it's so unfortunate because people in our community, I understand the concerns as a New Yorker. I'm upset too. I'm upset too. We're one of the sanctuary cities. I think you know that we're very frustrated here, but this was not something that was not done because of the Democrats. This was blocked by President Trump reaching out to, I think he was the fifth speaker. There was a period of time when the Republicans could not find a speaker, and no one really wanted the job. And then I'm not saying that I'm dissatisfied particularly with the current speaker. Of course, my preference is that in a week from now we'll have a new speaker from New York, Mr. Hakeem Jeffries, and I do believe that no matter who's in office, he would work to get this done.
Okay.
But to have an outside candidate, that's what happened. Just to refresh the history.